Hey everybody. So, one of the questions I ask myself a lot is what do my people, my clients, my friends, my colleagues, what do they need to hear from me today? Like, what would be really helpful to say to someone today? And sometimes I have like terrible ideas, and sometimes they're really good. So, this morning I was making a list of what the things are I think people needed to hear today, and I came up with four. And actually, it's a really good list. So I think that I'm just going to tell you what they are. My guess is you need at least one of these today. I know I always need at least one of these. So my guess is you need at least one. And if you need all four, even better. So here they are. The first is that you don't need a piece of paper. You don't need another certificate. You don't need another degree. You don't need another anything. You don't need another piece of paper to be qualified to do what you're doing right now. There are plenty of people who have a piece of paper and aren't qualified. The piece of paper is not what makes you qualified. This is not a teacher certificate that is your ticket to getting in the door. When you're running a business, you get to just do it. There is no like, let me go get the piece of paper that says I'm allowed to own a business. It's kind of like being a parent. You get to be allowed to be a parent too. Stop waiting for the piece of paper. The second thing is very closely tied to that. And it is this. I was having a conversation with a colleague in my mastermind last night, and here's what she said to me. You don't wait for permission. You give it to yourself. So a lot of times we're sitting around, intentionally or not, waiting for permission to do the next thing. Waiting for the universe to tell us it's the right time. Waiting for someone else to tell us we're ready. Waiting for something to work so that we can do this other thing. It's garbage. You don't need to wait ever for permission. You give permission yourself. And I have a story about that I'll tell you guys at some point about when I realized I didn't need permission. Actually, I'll tell you right now. So I was sitting in the back of a conference years ago, a teacher's conference, and there was this woman up on the stage that I knew giving this presentation, and all I could think to myself was like, who decided she got to be the one up there? And I sat there and I was like, who decided? Like, who gave her permission? And I can remember sitting in the back of that auditorium and thinking also, I'm like, oh, holy shit, she gave herself permission. She decided. Nobody else decided. She just went forward. And I was like, oh, she put herself on that stage. You can do the same. Number 3 is this. You are capable right now. You have the skills that you need to run a business. Are they all perfect? Do you understand all the words all the time? No. But I was thinking this morning about this. I worked in a sales organization in a business, like a multinational, multi-million-dollar business for many years. And there were plenty of people in that organization who had the marketing experience and the business experience, and they knew what all the words meant, and they couldn't sell a damn thing because they didn't understand people. You are capable because you have people skills, and they are the game. They are everything. Without the people skills, the rest doesn't freaking matter. You can understand what marketing is and all the things and the funnels and the rest, and if you can't interact with humans effectively, it's not going to work anyways. So right now, the skills you have that you are walking around with as a human being are exactly the skills you need. Is there stuff to learn? Absolutely. Someday, do you want to understand all the words? Maybe, maybe not. There are times that I'm like, nah, I don't care what that is. But you have the skills you need. You are fully capable today of growing whatever it is you're trying to grow right now. And the last one is this. The key to all of this, every day, is to just keep showing up. It is literally my business strategy. You can show up when you're having a good day, and you can show up when you're having a shit day. You can show up when you're absolutely confident. You can show up when you're like, I don't think any of this is ever going to work. You can show up when the world is crashing around you and when like money is growing on trees. You just have to keep going. It is not always going to feel great. It is not always going to be like, I am motivated. It's not. Commitment is showing up no matter what. It's showing up when it's like snowing and awful and cold and whatever, and when your husband's still in your office and your dog doesn't want to cooperate and all the other things. You just keep going and it will get there because the universe sees that you're committed and you're into this. The world sees that you're not going away. So don't go away. Use the skills you have, keep on going. Remember, you already have the capability, the permission, and the paper that you need. You don't need anything else. All you have to do is use them. All the things you have already right now. And that is what I think we all need to hear today.